Hello, welcome to this update for the Western Pacific and for Asia as well. So let's see. We have this tropical depression already near the eastern Philippines called Sol. It might become tropical storm Sol in the South China Sea. And there's also invest 98W with a low chance of formation in the South China Sea. We better watch it as well. But this tropical depression near the northeastern Philippines already leaving some heavy rains and gusty winds in a few areas and is expected to pass right over the Philippines during the next day or so. So please be careful in those areas and stay safe from flash flooding and from gusty winds as well. But when we get towards China, it does show a hit just north of Hong Kong or around Hong Kong. So if you are there, be careful, warn others. It does show as a severe tropical storm, so it might try to become a typhoon, but for now, just a severe tropical storm. So be aware and start already making some preparations, not like it still takes some 3 days to get to you, but start making some plans and monitoring this because it might cause some flash flooding. So be careful. Once it gets to the South China Sea, it's time to make some preparations. So be aware. And there's this other system near the Northern Mariana Islands. It's just to the west, shows a low chance of formation, but it still might form into something head north into the Pacific. So we'll keep watching, especially because the sea surface temperatures in the Western Pacific are unusually high, still around 30 degrees Celsius, even to 31 degrees near like the East China Sea spots in the Western Pacific. So there's still a lot of fuel for these storms. So here there's the GFS model does show like the 60 today. There's tropical depression assault near the Philippines. It does go towards China like a tropical storm or weak typhoon. And then this big guy you're seeing behind it is the GFS causing drama, but it does have another system behind it into the South China Sea again. And the GFS spins through more other systems after that. So don't get caught into this because this model is kind of crazy. But there's the European model now, shows like there's Sol still forming near the Philippines, and then it goes, takes some time. It might only reach tropical storm strength. It doesn't strengthen up much, but the next system is now trending towards the South China Sea as well. So the European array has a 971 typhoon by the 23rd, passing between the Philippines and Taiwan, and it might take a direct hit in southern China and Vietnam as well. So both the GFS and the European have this next disturbance going towards the Taiwan and China. So better watch this very closely. So be careful this storm now that might hit Hong Kong, but make some preparations for the next one. But just some plans. I wouldn't say get ready yet because this still has many days to form, and in like 2 days it might trend towards another direction. So this model changes a lot, but I'm just showing the most likely scenario. And let's see, there's the Canadian model that might help as well. Shows both systems there. Assault might be very weak. Some models don't even have a tropical storm, but the next one, the Canadian takes it directly towards Taiwan on the 22nd, then China. So in the Philippines, Taiwan, and China, better watch this next one closely. Just keep watching. So be aware. There's the icon too. Shows like there's me I saw in the Philippines. These models are trending slightly north of Hong Kong. So the track has it towards Hong Kong now, but some models are trending slightly north. And then the icon strengthens that one into the South China Sea later next week. And don't look at the strength here because the icon's not a tropical model, and it can really make some weird exaggerations. So don't worry. But here there's like let's see if there are any hurricane models for this. So there's Invest 98W there in the South China Sea. And so it doesn't really form up into anything, but it might bring some extra storms to central Vietnam. So just be aware, but no major threat. So stay safe. Now there's some ensembles from the European model that might help. So it does show like, let's find Western Pacific. So there's the storm near the Philippines now, and there's the other invest near the Mariana Islands. So in the next 60 hours shows this one starts crossing to the South China Sea, the first one, and the other one starts forming there. 180 hours already has that weaker one towards southern China, and the stronger one is trending towards Taiwan and those areas now. But there's a third area to watch that might just stay out in the Pacific, but the models do try to form something tropical or subtropical further north in the Pacific. Then 240 hours, it does show the general trend is towards China, and Taiwan, and Vietnam this next system. So this next system might cause some problems. But after that, there is some members showing like near the Western Pacific again, a few members from other potential tropical waves later to watch. But still, just focus on these two systems forming now, and later we'll see what happens. There's also this Google AI model shows like this third system out in the Pacific. It might just form and head out to sea. But this one, this model is like most of the members of the Google AI are like category 3 to category 5 in this pink range. So better watch this very close. I'm not saying will happen. It might not strengthen that much, but it has a chance to, because those sea surface temperatures are very high. So just watch it. And after that, this AI model has something else near the Philippines. So just watch, but nothing too crazy. There's the GFS. It shows this one might strengthen more, become a problem near Taiwan and China, and it has some members still after that. So let's keep watching, but be aware those areas. So the rainfall just until Friday. So today's Tuesday, the 16th until Friday the 19th shows already. So some more storms in India, spots Nepal, especially northeastern India, close to 100 millimeters, a few spots. Still some storms in western India, a few spots central India. So be aware, nothing like before, but still kind of stormy in many areas. Be careful with lightning, flash floods, and gusty winds, and still northern Pakistan, a few storms. Central China, there are these front storm systems that cross, might leave even more than 200, 300 millimeters in a few spots central China, just next 2 days and 19 hours. So if this happens, please be careful, because like 200 millimeters in less than 3 days might cause some flooding. The icon and the GFS show a similar thing central China, so be careful. Show some tropical downpours across southern Vietnam, Cambodia, and as usual in those areas across Indonesia, Malaysia, some showers of storms in the Philippines. So be aware, and generally in Southeast Asia, be careful. And now for tropical storm, tropical depression, Miasol. The European does have some close to 100 millimeters near the northern Philippines from the storm that's there now, and southern Taiwan it has close to 100 as well. But it has been trending towards towards these areas further north. Like the official track takes it to Hong Kong, but the models are trending further north into China. So bear watch, and if we go until the 25th, already shows a huge mass in those areas, over 500 millimeters in Taiwan from the next typhoon, and goes all the way to Vietnam, more than 100, 200 millimeters. But this is if that storm happens. If it doesn't happen, it will be another situation. But before this next storm comes, because it's still forming out to sea, but before it comes, the remnants of tropical storm Miasol forming the Philippines now might leave some flooding across China as well, like spots like Shanwei, Jiang, those areas might leave more than 200 millimeters in the next 5 days. Even 77 in Hong Kong. If this trends further south, it might be more in Hong Kong. So be careful with tropical storm Miasol. And after that, this next system we need to watch closely because until the 23rd, this might arrive. The next system might arrive by the 22nd or 23rd, and it shows like 200 in the northern Philippines, 300 in Taiwan, and until the 25th, alright, it increases more in the Philippines to 200, 300, a few spots in the western coast, northern coast as well. So please be monitoring this, but especially this storm now and everything. So further south in the Philippines does show some tropical downpours, a few showers as usual, but nothing too insane. But be careful, like just as usual in Palau, Micronesia, Guam, those showers and storms from the intertropical convergence zone. Just be careful as usual, but the real danger here are these true tropical storms to watch. So please warn others, the Western Pacific. There's a Google Translate link in the description that you can click on it and translate the forecast to like Chinese and the other languages there. If you don't understand English, please do so and tell me if it works. So let's see. Next 5 days until the 21st shows in Bangladesh, northeastern India, more than 100 millimeters as well, 200 potential northeastern India, Bhutan. So be careful. Still some moisture of the end of the monsoon. Those areas still be careful. Some flooding. Southern Myanmar, the Andaman Nicobar Islands and those areas, and still like Cambodia and etc. So be careful. The Maldives slightly less, but still a few showers, especially some thunderstorms in Sri Lanka. So be aware. And this section, the Indian Ocean, is unusually dry. But yeah, be aware. So further north into Asia, we have different situations. We have like some systems, the Black Sea from Europe near the Caucasus with some heavy rain, potential flooding and snow, and also some fronts systems in Russia, Kazakhstan, some rain and snow in the Tian Shan Mountains, also in Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, and still some fronts across Russia's rain and snow. So be aware, snow is already showing a lot across central northern Russia, those areas in Siberia. So already get your jackets out and be careful there. Shows a few spots further south in those mountains, southeastern Russia, and also showing across the Tian Shan Mountains, spots in there eastern Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and the Himalayas, of course, some more snow in central western China. In Mongolia, those mountains in Mongolia as well in Russia. So be aware. And there's the Caucasus might be receiving some of the first snow of the season across central Caucasus, those areas, and across Turkey. Now it's already showing some snow in Turkey as well, in Azerbaijan. So be aware that the GFS is similar, especially in the Caucasus and spots in the Himalayas and Tian Shan Mountains. And further into Russia shows a lot, central northern Russia. So be careful. Be careful with the temperatures as well. Across northern Russia, there is some negative temperatures. And also Mongolia, spots there in Tibet, across the Himalayas, more spots near Tajikistan, those areas, northern Afghanistan, in the mountains and everything. So this is during the night. So during the day does increase across the Middle East, still to 42 degrees, 43, a few spots in the Middle East. So still be careful the heat in those areas, southern Turkey and Iran, spots in Pakistan, and still southern China, still some 30, even 37 degrees. So still be careful the heat tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday morning does get cold again in the Caucasus and Himalayas, especially in the Himalayas. Tian Shan does show across Russia that cold air rotating still. There's like a polar low pressure northern Russia, so be careful. Thursday afternoon does increase more to some 44 degrees in the Thursday, and then does show like the hottest time of the day, even to 45 degrees again, 46 in some spots. So stay safe with the heat. Don't let your guards down just yet. So be careful. Not there is Thursday, Friday still shows some heat, but better. And eventually some are cold across Turkey and the Caucasus in those areas, and the Himalayas, spots where it's -17, the mountains, and Siberia, northern Russia, where most of the cold is. So stay safe, and this will generally continue with some changes too. So be careful. In terms of wind gusts, there's a system near North Korea and Japan now, some strong gusts near northern China, all the way to southeastern Russia, a system in the Sea of Japan, not tropical, but actual tropical with some rain and some gusty winds until Friday. And on Saturday shows potential another low pressure in the Sea of Japan, so some strong winds again. So stay safe. Those shows some heavy rains. Those areas 5 days, 100 millimeters central northern Japan, especially like into South Korea too, especially central Japan. Be careful, some flooding as well. And especially those sections, central China, more than 300 millimeters. So stay safe. And like the storms and everything still shows a few storms in Yemen and in Saudi Arabia. Those areas still a few showers and storms. So be aware, and a shower during so cold or even, but like very little in Oman. So stay safe, be careful in southern Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, those tropical downpours continuing, and stay safe. Just one more thing, like checking the storm systems show like some strong winds today into Wednesday, northern Russia, because that low pressure system there in the Arctic. So be careful, and until Thursday, there in the Sea of Japan and everything, and there in the Black Sea as well shows a system, some widespread stronger gusts, goes all the way from Greece to Turkmenistan, some stronger gusts in Iran, a few spots in Turkey as well by Friday. So be aware, still in spots in the Mediterranean and there into Turkey and Iran. The Caspian Sea still stronger. Then Sunday, by the 21st, already goes further into the Middle East there. So stay safe. We'll keep watching, especially those typhoons, warn others.